Hey, welcome back. Welcome, Snowy back. So, I'm going to shoot a little video of my boneyard old storage trailers. It has a 66 door on the right, old transmission jack, a hood for a mid 90s, C6, C4 automatic without the bell housing, used for something else. Uh, 24 valve Cummins, P pump. May have a may have something to go with that. Some fuel tanks, of course, all this junk laying around down here. This is a cleanup for next year. 76 Ford F100. This would be a fairly complete truck, 306 cylinder, 3-speed on the column. I got to do something with that. This is a 90. Let's see. Can't tell. I think it's a 93 F150 two-wheel drive. Actually, the truck came from Georgia. It's really clean body. I do have the hood for it. The motor was used for another project, but that's still sitting here. Let's work over here. What's up on there? Here, there's a 94 Ford F-150 two-wheel drive frame. The body on that was used for the 95 Eddie Bauer truck. 63 cab and box off a 63 short bud step side. There's a 48 Ford sitting right there. That was a truck that was used for parts for my 52 and for the rat rod and some other projects. What else do we have? We have a 89, what do they call that, a brick nose. Pretty rough old truck, only about 45,000 miles on it, but completely rotten. And I just sold some parts out of it, sold the interior out of it. I sold a dry shaft out of it. Transmission's going to be for sale. I guess the guy's taking a transmission. It is a 5-speed transmission in that. It does have an excellent running little 5-liter 302. This is my brother's. Of course, you've seen the Jeep inside. This is the donor truck for that, and we got to get some parts off that when we do this. This is kind of the boneyard here. It catches everything down here. And it's snowing. I mean, this is, a few days before Christmas, and there's a big bucket that goes on the loader. It's a 2-in-1 bucket. Not currently used on anything. Here's a 4.9, low mileage, and it's got something wrong with the motor. It spun a bearing or something. I took it in on trade with one of the other trucks that I bought. There's still a lot of good parts on here, and I really should get this out of here. Alternator, the power steering pump bracket can be used on a lot of different things, plus the power steering. What do we got up here? 61 Ford F100 two-wheel drive. Had a heavy collision on the front. I have sold the doors off it. The box is pretty rough, but it's still there. I mean, you can use all these parts. It's kind of cool on the inside. There's some cool stuff on it. We've pretty much stripped it out, used it for parts over the years. Some parts off a F6, fenders and such. 66 box off a long box 66. Kind of scrap, but I don't have the heart to get rid of some of this stuff. There's a really nice 63 power steering, 64 power steering truck frame that was all rebuilt before I got it, and I had a lot of intention to do something with it. It's been sitting there a long time, but it's still in very good shape. Here's a 53 cab. I have the complete truck. This is a project that somebody started and tore apart, and this is how I got it all laying in a heap everywhere. And I want to do something with that, with maybe shortening up one of these frames. Maybe that one. Actually, I might even go a little farther. I might take the 6-cylinder frame right there and put that cab on a 4-wheel drive, or either one of the newer frames. They're a little bit wider, which would look okay on that, and then use one of these frames on that cab. What do we got? 88 Mustang GT. No titled vehicle. I bought it that way. Somebody stole the front end off it. This is a real GT. 5-speed transmission. It's been pillaged a couple times. People have taken stuff off it. It does have a complete interior on it. Somebody jumped on the roof to insult to injury. This was a running car, but they had moved and lost the title and couldn't find it. I think there was somebody didn't want to give them their title back on their car, and yeah, that's where it's at. I believe that's a 66 or 67, what's left of it. Mustang, 206 cylinder, the motor does run. Yeah, got to do something with that motor. I was going to yank that this fall and get inside and clean it up and do a will it run video on the motor and the transmission. Got a little Hurst shifter in it. It's kind of a neat old car. Underneath it is the F6 body. That's just scrap. Odds and ends of parts and stuff. So over the years, this yard's collected a lot of stuff. Some good fuel tanks, even though they don't look good. There's nothing in them. They're pretty dry. This stuff was all stored indoors at one time, but it got kind of kicked out over the years here. I got to get back to getting some of this stuff in the trailers again. Just no time. I was also a little embarrassed to show this yard because it's such a wreck down here. So there's a blade that came from one of my neighbors that didn't want it anymore. Of course, I got it. So there's the rest of that 53. It's rough. I have thought about using one of those bodies, the rest of that body, and maybe that 24 valve with a transmission for that. I haven't decided on that. And the frame for that truck is underneath that. But I cleared a lot of stuff out of here in the last couple of years. It was pretty chucked full down here. This is stuff that's kind of sort of left that was sort of good. I mean, it's kind of sort of good. So that's where we are. And odds and ends of rims, I pick them up wherever I can. I don't think let me just take a look in the other trailer. I don't think there's a whole lot in this other trailer anymore. These trailers were sitting up on the hill before I ever built a new shop, and then we kind of put them down here, and we kind of lost track of what's there. There's a couple doors. These are from the garage we tore down. This trailer took a beating in a snowstorm a few years ago. York rake, a hood off a 50 or 49, I can't remember. There is a 289 back there and some 15 and 14-inch wheels, Fords. Back when we used to do a little landscaping, quite a little bit. We used that bedding chopper for mulching hay. But yeah, that's about where I am with the junkyard tour. Not much of a junkyard. Got some topsoil and some sand. This is all going to be leveled out. We're going to extend the pad up here for more trailers. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, it's snowing pretty good. There's a little tandem valve over there that is used for a yard truck moving trailers around. And of course the milk trailers that I store for a milk company, and my son hauls for that milk company. So, but they store their trailers up here. They don't have enough room in their yard, so they store them up here. But that's about where I am. So, well, I've rambled on almost 9 minutes on a junkyard video. If I don't trim it down, you're going to get the whole thing. If I don't see you, if I don't have another video out, have a great Christmas, happy holidays to everyone, and have a good New Year's. So hopefully I'll have a video out, another one. I got a couple up I can throw up. Throw them up, there you go. But yeah, that's where we are. The snow came, the snow left, the snow's on its way back again. We'll catch you soon. Thanks.